Sitting up there on your mama's roof, talking about it.
On May 9th at 10:15 in the morning, I died. It was a beautiful Southern California day. My name is Kathy Alls. I had gone to get my nails done, sat down, put my hand out, my head flew back, I fell off the chair and I was dead. I was dead. I had full evacuation of the body, if you know what that means. My lips turned blue, I had a death rattle. No one had yet called the paramedics. Fortunately for me, there was an ex-Army paratrooper, Loretta Orandella, in the salon. She began to give me CPR. Not only could she give me CPR, she did give me CPR for a full 12 minutes, which is unbelievably difficult. The paramedics had been called. When they arrived, they took over, defibrillate my chest, more CPR. In fact, the fireman told me that he was just covered in sweat by the time they got to the hospital. Unfortunately, I was delivered to the hospital, DOA, dead on arrival. At that time, I'd been dead for a full 25 minutes. No heartbeat, no pulse, no brain waves. 25 minutes. The hospital began a perfunctory recovery on me, and they managed to restore like a jelly-type beat to my heart that, and I slipped into a deep coma. My husband was told I had zero chance of ever coming out of it, that I was brain dead. Did he want to donate the body organs? What a terrible thing. He said, no. I mean, I do want to donate them, but not yet. I sit before you, alive and strong, so you know I came out of the coma. The doctor treating me for the coma said, I don't even believe in miracles, but Kathy Alls, you're one. I came out of the coma, was eventually sent home, had no memory of anything for 6 months. My heart only beat at 13% efficiency. I had difficulty breathing. My left lung had been destroyed. By the way, it was not a heart attack. And even, I slept like 20 hours a day. Even lying in bed, I would have strokes. Dozens of strokes. The neurologist said, if you keep having strokes like this, it's going to lead to the big one. And you don't want to do that. No, I did not. Nobody does. And I kept having strokes. I also had seizures, 6, 7, 8, 9 a day. If I was on my feet, out of the wheelchair at all, I would fall to the floor. I was faced with open heart surgery. Well, actually, a heart transplant. I was sent to the cardiomyopathy center at Cedars-Sinai for a heart transplant. Hearts did come up, but I wasn't well enough to receive it. I wouldn't live through it, so I'd go back to the bottom of the line. Eventually there was a surgeon in Europe, an Italian, Dr. Alfredo Trento, who heard of me and contacted us and said that he would like to perform a somewhat experimental surgery on me if I wanted to come out and talk to him about it, of course. When we went up to talk to him, I'd once again been told that I had impending death. I maybe had 3 months left, maybe had a month. I believe it. I couldn't even breathe. He said he was going to operate in about a 2-week period, and I just broke out crying. I knew I might not survive it, but I was so happy to have any hope at all. I want to read to you from my book. I wrote, Sudden Death, the Day I Died. Imagine that, the day I died. I'm reading from chapter 10, page 111. Then I further wrote to my beloved Gordon, my husband, and our darling pillar of strength daughter, Brandy, the request for how I would like my memorial service conducted. Of how much at peace I truly was. I reiterated how deeply blessed I felt that I had been allowed to come back for the past. By God allowing me to awaken from that coma, I have been able to tell each of them in person how much I love them and to say goodbye.
Right.
that just in case I did not make it, high probability, I wanted them to know I did have that deep, deep feeling of peace and to not be sad for me. I am so thankful I lived. This could happen to you. God bless.
We were sitting up there on your mama's roof, talking about everything under the moon, with a smell of honeysuckle and your perfume. All I could think about was mine.